When they throwing rocks at you, stay on the wall. If you come down off the wall to address haters and small people, see they eye level with you now.
I just think that I've never seen a black person be involved with him and then come out unscathed without being tainted by his bullshit.
Lori Harvey posted this picture on her Instagram. She said, I hope y'all have had so much fun creating false narratives about me for clickbait because I'm about to have so much fun suing y'all.
DL Hughley just torched Steve Harvey, and this time it's personal. Rumors have been swirling that DL and Steve's friendship has been over for a minute. Sources say the first crack happened when Steve started cozying up to Trump, and obviously DL wasn't feeling that at all. He even publicly called out Steve, saying he can't even see Trump's just using him. But that wasn't the final straw. The real issue, allegedly, is that Steve said something about DL's gay daughter that did not sit right. And sources close to the situation say it was disrespectful enough for DL to end the friendship completely. And now DL is firing back and telling Steve, mind your own daughter. You know, the fast one.
See, I gotta be real careful because Lori, boy, she be in my... I can't make no mistakes. I can't make stuff. I saw one of her exes somewhere at a game somewhere, and I shook his hand. Boy, I can't even touch his no more.
Sources close to DL are saying that Steve allegedly said something shady about DL's gay daughter, Tyler, and implied that DL didn't do a good job as a parent. But for Steve to have the audacity to throw shade at DL's parenting is crazy. This is the same Steve Harvey who's been divorced twice, while DL has been married to the same woman, LaDonna Hughley, since 1986. That's over 40 years. And yeah, DL has been open about making mistakes in the past, but they got through it. And he and LaDonna held it down for 4 decades while raising 3 children together. Now let's talk about those children. DL has a gay daughter, and Steve allegedly used that against him? That's low, especially when you look at how DL has handled it. His daughter was reportedly afraid to come out to him, and DL has openly said that it bothered him because of how close they are. And when she finally came out, he supported her, publicly and unapologetically.
The thing that bothered me the most is how that her fear of how I would react plagued her more than my actual reaction. And that I had done a thing that obviously I had done something that would make her feel she was unsafe. That was hard to take. That I had fomented this idea in her that she wasn't safe talking to me. Like, I'm her best friend.
Did you already know before she told
No.
you? Oh, really?
No.
So it was a total... Because
It
usually
wasn't a-
parents say, like, oh, yeah, I've known since you were 5.
It wasn't
like,
a total shock, but it just wasn't something I thought about, but it wasn't... I can't say I was shocked, but I can also say it's nothing I thought about. But I didn't freak out. It wasn't inconsistent with my idea of her. I didn't go I didn't raise it, so it wasn't weird to me.
The fact that it bothered DL that his daughter felt unsafe telling him, that's a damn good parent right there. And the fact that he self-reflects like that, so many parents wouldn't even worry about it. And here's the part that Steve doesn't want to talk about. DL's daughter is not out here chasing celebrities. She's not on blogs every other month. She's married to her longtime partner, and she's living her life out of the public eye.
Man, when my daughter got married, both my daughters, but when my youngest daughter got married, I was so relieved that she was surrounded by love. It was like, I wanted her to be happy and safe. And now, with both my daughters, I have to cede that to someone else. I have to say, well, this is not my responsibility anymore.
was your mother at the wedding?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so she supported it. And
Everybody, yeah.
Okay, good.
It was everybody who wasn't there. I mean,
Yeah.
But it was a lot of love and a lot of support, and she got the wedding she wanted.
And then you got Uncle Steve. He's on TV every single day telling other people's daughters how to act, while his favorite daughter can't keep a man. And that's when things got really messy, because DL allegedly brought up Lori. And Lori, well, you already know she has an interesting dating history. Steve wrote a whole book called Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man. He hosts relationship shows. He tells women how to be high value and how to carry themselves. But meanwhile, Lori is out here moving different. And look, sources say DL wasn't trying to come for Lori personally. His point was the hypocrisy. You can't be the relationship guru for the culture while your own kids don't follow your advice. Lori Harvey's dating history is messy. And we're not shaming anybody for getting theirs. But when your dad is Steve Harvey, the man who wrote an entire book telling women how to act like a lady, yeah, the receipts are gonna get pulled. So let's run through the timeline. It started back in 2016 with Memphis Depay, the Dutch soccer player. Lori and Memphis got engaged in June 2017, and Steve himself tweeted about it, calling Memphis a good one. Steve was proud, and he had already started planning a wedding, but that engagement didn't even last a full year. And by 2018, the ring was gone, and so was Memphis. Then came Trey Songz. Meek Mill even rapped about having Lori on his wish list, and allegedly had to take her off because Trey was in the picture. Then there were rumors about Lewis Hamilton, the Formula One driver who's now dating Kim K. Sources say Lori and Lewis had a brief fling after Trey Songz cheated on her, but neither one of them confirmed it. Then we get to the really messy part, the Combs family. Allegedly, Lori first hooked up with Diddy's son Justin before moving on to the father. And the craziest part is that Steve and Marjorie actually approved of Lori dating Diddy. They even took a family trip together to Italy, with Lori and Diddy sharing PDA at the dinner table, sitting across Steve. Now, Lori later denied dating the Combs father and son duo, but technically, she never denied dating just the father, and the photos speak for themselves. The Diddy situation was a whole thing. They were spotted in Italy, Mexico, and New York, and the age gap? She was 22, he was 49. Plus, Steve and Diddy were supposedly friends, which makes the whole thing even creepier. But that wasn't the end of it. After Diddy, Lori moved on to another serial cheater with multiple baby mamas. Future. They were even Instagram official, took romantic trips overseas. Future was bragging about her online, but then Future got bored and dumped her. Not only that, but he also mocked Steve in a song talking about, "Tell Steve Harvey I don't want her." And then came Michael B. Jordan. This was the one everybody loved. People thought Lori was finally done dating rappers and athletes and was ready to settle down. Steve also publicly supported the relationship and became close to Michael. But Lori wasn't ready. Allegedly, she felt trapped and thought MBJ was too boring. So she called things off and then banned Steve from being friendly to Michael in public.
See, I gotta be real careful because Lori, boy, she be in my... I can't make no mistakes. I can't make stuff. I saw one of her exes somewhere at a game somewhere, and I shook his hand. Boy, I can't even touch his no more. I better not acknowledge him or look at him or nothing no more. So I'm off limits. If you are ex, your ex is my ex too. That's the rule. The rule in our house is any boy that's an ex, he's now my ex too. I must hate him like we was dating.
But Lori wasted no time. While Michael was still visibly grieving the end of their relationship, Lori had already moved on with Damson Idris. But this is where it gets crazy, because according to some new rumors floating around, Lori is done with Damson too. And her reason? He's too nice. Now, to be clear, nobody actually confirmed this yet. However, Damson was recently spotted with another woman in public, 21-year-old model named Avari Lanai. Also, sources say Avari followed all of Damson's close friends on Instagram around mid-April. Now that could mean nothing, or it could mean everything. And it looks like Lori is really pressed about this because she just posted an Instagram story threatening to sue everyone spreading lies about her. She wrote, "I hope you all have had so much fun creating false narratives about me for clickbait, because I'm about to have so much fun suing y'all." Now, allegedly, she's talking about the too nice rumor. But look, those pictures of Damson and the other girls speak for themselves. And people in the comments were quick to call out Lori, saying you can't sue people for reporting what happened. Sure, she can try to sue, but will she win is the question. A lot of these minor celebs saw what happened with Tasha K and Cardi and believe that they can sue any and everyone for simply stating opinions, not realizing that the Cardi and Tasha situation was a whole different set of circumstances. Just because people talk mess about you doesn't mean you can sue and win. It's one thing if people are going around stating things as facts that are harmful. It's another if people are just gossiping about you and your ex. Also, you can't willingly put yourself out there and get mad at the narratives being made about you. Now, circling back to DL Hughley allegedly telling Steve to mind his own daughter, it looks like DL had a point. Not because of anything Lori did, but because of everything Steve has been saying for years. Steve has made an entire career telling women what they should want, how they should act, who they should date, and when they should sleep with somebody. Meanwhile, his own daughter has been engaged twice, linked to the lowest quality of men like Diddy, Future, and Trey Songz. Meanwhile, she allegedly dumped Michael B. Jordan and Damson Idris for being boring and too nice. And sure, Lori is a grown woman. She can date who she wants. That's her business. But Steve? Steve is the one who tries to tell other men how to parent their daughters. He's the one who brags how every man who wants to date one of his daughters has to go through him first. So when those same daughters date men like Diddy, people are gonna talk. And that's exactly what DL Hughley was pointing out. You can't be the relationship police for everybody else while your own house is on fire. But let me know what you think about Steve allegedly shading DL over his gay daughter. And what's your take on Lori and the way she moves in relationships? Drop your takes in the comments and stay tuned for the next video.